serve Netravalkar, and he hasn't been afraid to change things up. He's a captain who kind of rules by majority. There seems to be a real brains trust. 3 or 4 of them do the leadership.
And in some ways, I think there's too many chefs in the kitchen on some occasions in that regard, Lenny. Leads to sometimes some indecision, but has been effective on occasion here on this tour. I think if Hutchinson can't get his line right here, this could be his last ball of his spell.
Yeah, good delivery to finish. Again, just one run coming from it. Tight stuff from Hutchinson. Nepal 20 for 1.
My son needs this drug. I hope it doesn't cost too much. I hope my insurance pays for it. Can you tell me how much this will be?
67.
Sorry.
Wait, have you heard about GoodRx? GoodRx finds free coupons to help you save up to 80% on your prescriptions.
Wow. I had no idea.
GoodRx. Stop paying too much for your prescriptions.
Burn that little bit of cloud off that we have. Probably into the nicest part of the day coming up in mid-afternoon. Can Nepal get through this early threat of Rusty Theron without any more damage?
You look at the economy of these two bowlers for USA opening the bowling. Rusty Theron now first ball of the 4th over. He's bowled 1 for 12. They're going at about 4 and over. Elmore Hutchinson has a maiden, none for 7, but despite that economy, those figures are a bit deceptive. I don't really think Elmore Hutchinson has bowled that well with the new ball. There's been a lot of balls that batsmen have left alone well outside the stumps, and then the rest have been on the legs. He's not really challenged nearly as much as Rusty Theron, who's bowled far better in this early spell.
It's another beauty from Theron. And just a little bit more movement. You can see Paris Kadka shaking his head, nodding back to Rusty Theron, saying that's well bowled, that one. More movement for Theron.
And again, Rusty Theron consistently on that 4th, 5th stump line, challenging the batsman to be drawn into the stroke and getting that movement. Hutchinson is not really getting the movement. He's been using more of an angle to slant the ball across the right-handers. As the left-arm medium pacer over the stumps. Theron, though, has been getting consistent movement away off the pitch.
Yeah, the majority of the movement has been coming off the pitch rather than through the air, but he's just got a few to shape as well. And as you say, Peter, Elmore Hutchinson just not quite finding that movement yet. The big man in his 6th ODI, he's yet to take a wicket. I wonder, is that playing on his mind a little bit?
And again, traditionally, he's not somebody who's opened the bowling a lot for USA over the years. He's usually been a first change bowler. And I feel like USA may have missed the trick here, wasting the new ball. I feel like Saurabh Netravalkar really should have opened from one end.
Yeah, Netravalkar is very much the regular opening bowler for USA, and I thought he was particularly impressive just a couple of days ago against Oman.
He's a clever bowler. He does get that movement. He's not express, not at that Cameron Stevenson pace, but he does get that early swing. He's metronomic with that line. He's always challenging the batsman, forcing them to play, something we haven't really seen as much from Hutchinson in this opening spell. And when you have the new ball, you need to get the batsman playing at it, get them driving, bring the slips into play, and Hutchinson really hasn't done that.
The dot ball pressure building up from America here on Nepal. They're going to be looking for wickets. How will we see Cameron Stevenson used? You said he's the fastest of the bowlers that America will have in their armoury.
Well, even on these kind of pitches, you've seen somebody like Bilal Khan been able to get the ball over the batsman's ears with that extra bounce and that pace that he has. And That's something you'd expect Cameron Stevenson to demonstrate when he comes on today as well.
And that's going to close out a maiden for Rusty Theron. He's got 1 for 12. Nepal are 20 for 1.
And Doug.
Give me your hand! I can save you! Lots of money with Liberty Mutual. We customize your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
String of dot balls is going to be broken by a mistake from Akshay Homraj behind the stumps. He's going to get through for a bye, fumbling it, and Hutchinson doesn't look happy.
Well, pretty straightforward take, and I have to say Akshay Homraj has not really demonstrated good awareness behind the stumps on this tour. He's been too far back to the medium pacers. You're not getting that consistent carry. He did this in the warm-up match against the Nepal Presidents 11 where he was too far back. Some edges didn't carry because he was standing too far back, and he hasn't adjusted by taking an extra step or two up.
And just as you say that, Peter Della Penna almost telepathically getting the message to Akshay Homraj. We see he's remarked where he's going to be standing. He's come up at least 2 steps from the view that we have here.
Really, he should have done that a few overs ago. There's no excuse for that bye. There's no excuse for him to be standing that deep. Especially since this is not the first match that USA has been playing. He's generally sure-handed with standing up to the spinners, but ironically, back to the medium pacers is where he's had a bit of trouble.
Kadka content to continue to be watchful outside the off stump, just waiting for balls to come into his arc to power down the ground.
I don't want to beat a dead horse here, Lenny, but I really thought that 4th over should have been it for Hutchinson. He's not challenging that off stump and not drawing the batsman into strokes. Really, USA is throwing away the new ball here. I really thought after that last over he bowled in the 7th, they should have made a change and brought on Saurabh Netravalkar or Cameron Stevenson.
That's powered down the ground. He's taken the aerial route. And that's the largest cheer of the day so far. He's hit it straight to his teammates. 2 or 3 bounces over the rope for a boundary 4. That's the power that Paras Kadka possesses. He's decided Hutchinson's not moving the ball. Hammered away.
Again, it's been one of 2 things for Elmore Hutchinson. He's been too far outside off stump or 2 straight on the pads. And here, 2 straight on that middle stump line. And Paras Kadka comfortable just punching straight through the line over mid-on.
Yeah, and Sandeep Lamachani's nearly done one of his teammates a bit of a mischief there. Ends up trying to stop it with his boot and flicking it up nearly into the face. Kadka tempted by the cut shot. There was width on offer from Hutchinson. He looked for the wide signal from the umpire, and results a dot ball.
It's the first time we've really